Praise the Lord, everyone. Brother Roop here. Happy Resurrection Day. That's right. It's the 14th day of Nisan in the Jewish calendar, and that's when Resurrection Day was celebrated by the early Apostolic Church. That's because that's when the Jews celebrate the Passover, when the death angel passed over the Jews and killed the firstborn of the Egyptians and set the Jews free. Well, Jesus Christ is our Passover. He's our Passover rest, and he's our Passover. And we celebrate Jesus Christ being our Passover. So the Passover meal in the Old Testament is 14th day in Nisan, and it's celebrated at dusk. Well, today's the 14th day of Nisan. That's why it's Resurrection Day. You can read about the Exodus story in Exodus chapter 12, verses 21 through 28. And God set this day aside, this time, the Passover festival aside, in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4 through 8. Now, the Passover is celebrated for a week, but we Christians celebrate the first meal. That's the most important meal, is the first meal on the 14th day of Nisan at dusk, because Jesus Christ was our Passover. So the Jews celebrate Passover by it's a day of rest and a day of spiritual reflection. And that's what we should do on Resurrection Day. Spiritual reflection on what Jesus did for us on that day. Now, on the Jewish calendar, 14th day of Nisan moves around. It doesn't, this year it's on Saturday, but it usually moves around. And the early Catholic Church, when it started to organize, it got its strength through organization, didn't like that it moved around. So they wanted to celebrate Easter, which is a pagan holiday. They celebrate Easter on Sunday because that's when they're having Mass already. So they wanted to change it for convenience sake because they're already having Mass on Sunday. So they celebrate the first Sunday after the Passover. Passover, 14th day of Nisan, and Easter are different. Easter bunny, Easter eggs, that's all pagan. That's all paganism. And I don't celebrate Easter because I'm not a pagan. But I do celebrate and reflect on Jesus Christ and his resurrection on the 14th day of Nisan, just like the early apostolics did. Now, the Catholic Church forced the issue by excommunicating or threatening to excommunicate church pastors and bishops in the 2nd century who refused to change to Sunday. Many refused to change to Sunday, and that caused much division, and that caused much separation from the Western and Eastern halves of Christianity. And that was probably the first issue that caused a separation between the East and the West Christian churches. That's why Catholic and Protestants are Western Christian faiths in the Orthodox churches. Russian, Ukrainian, Romanian, Greek, Syrian, all the Orthodox churches, and the Coptic Church separated on that issue, and many other issues going forward. But today is Resurrection Day, the true Resurrection Day, celebrated by the Apostolic Church of the 1st century. If anybody knew when to celebrate Resurrection Day, it would have been the 1st century Apostolic Church. Thank you, and God bless you.